That is the answer. Next, question number 11, you see what they are asking. Electric dipole of dipole moment P is placed in an electric field of intensity capital E. The dipole acquires a position such that axis of the dipole makes an angle theta with the direction of the field. Assuming the potential energy of the dipole to be 0 when theta is equal to 90 degrees, torque and potential energy of the dipole will be respectively. Same only. A dipole is placed in the electric field. It is making an angle theta with the field direction. What is the torque acting on the dipole means Pe sin theta. What is the potential energy of the dipole means minus Pe cos theta. Just these words are this sentence. Assuming that potential energy of the dipole to be 0 when theta is equal to 90 degrees. Just to confuse you, they will give like this. Same formulas. Tau is equal to Pe sin theta. Potential energy is equal to minus Pe cos theta. First option. Just to confuse you, how they will manipulate. Assuming potential energy of the dipole be 0, like this. You may have doubt in this. Next, what is the flux through a cube of side A when a point charge Q is at one of its corner? So there is a cube like this. A charge Q is placed at the one corner. Then to bring this charge into a closed surface, we have to keep 7 more cubes around it. Here one, here one, here one. Actually, next or above 4 cubes should be placed. Then only that charge will comes to the center. It is in a closed surface. Then only. If only 4 are placed, it will be not in the closed surface. Now, since 8 cubes are placed, flux from each cube total flux will be how much? Q by epsilon naught. This flux is going through 8 cubes. Flux from each cube. Q by 8 epsilon naught. This is the answer for this. Flux from each cube will be Q by 8 epsilon naught. That is 12th question. Next. See the 13th question what they are asking. 2 metallic spheres of radii 1 centimeter and 3 centimeter are given charges -1 into 10 power minus 2 coulomb, 5 into 10 power minus 2 coulomb respectively. If these are connected by a conducting wire, the final charge on the bigger sphere is. Actually, this question is also relating to next chapter. Here one sphere is there. I am writing here. Here one sphere is there. Radius 3 centimeter. Here one sphere is there. Radius 1 centimeter. They are having the charges -1 into 10 power minus 2 coulombs, 5 into 10 power minus 2 coulombs. These are the charges on them. These two are connected by a wire. Then what will happen? This will be at a higher potential comparing to this. Then charge will go from here to here or here to here somewhere. Whatever it is positive, it is negative. Let it be, it is going from higher potential to lower potential. So then what will happen? What is the final charge on the bigger sphere? What is the net charge on these two spheres? 5 minus 1. So 4 into 10 power minus 2 coulombs. Okay. I am assuming charge on this after connecting is Q. Then charge on this will be how much? 4 into 10 power minus 2 minus Q. Because sum of these two charges will be equal to 4 into 10 power minus 2. Potentials will be equal. Then V1 is equal to V2. This problem is also relating to next chapter. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Charge on this will be Q, that we have to find. I am assuming it as Q. Radius is 3 centimeter, means 3 into 10 power minus 2. Charge on the smaller sphere 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. 4 into 10 power minus 2 minus Q by 1 into 10 power minus 2. This 2 will cancel, this 2 will cancel. Then Q by 3 is equal to 4 into 10 power minus 2 minus Q. Bring this minus Q to this side. Q by 3 plus Q is equal to 4 into 10 power minus 2. Means 4Q by 3 is equal to 4 into 10 power minus 2. So 4 will cancel. Q is equal to 3 into 10 power minus 2 coulombs. So charge on the smaller sphere value will be, bigger sphere is equal to 3 into 10 power minus 2 coulombs. So here this will be the answer for this. That is 13th. Next, see the question number 14. What they are asking? A, B, C are the 3 points in the uniform electric field where electric potential will be maximum. All options are maximum same. So here what is there is in the direction of the electric field. Or like this, right, like this. Electric potential decreases. Electric potential decreases in the direction of electric field. Electric potential decreases in the direction of electric field. So here potential will be less. Here potential will be moderate. Here potential will be maximum. So because this point is very close to the field, what will happen? Here potential will be less. Here potential will be more. So therefore electric potential is maximum at B. It is maximum at B. So that is about 14th question. Next, see the 15th question. What they are asking, see, 2 pith balls, means 2 lightweight balls carrying equal charges are suspended from a common point by strings of equal length. The equilibrium separation between them is R. Now the strings are rigidly clamped at half of the height. The equilibrium separation between the two balls now become, okay. Initially balls are separated like this. I am assuming this angle is theta. Already we discussed this one. If one charged ball is here, if this angle is theta, this is F, this is mg. So from this what we can write here is tan theta is equal to this one, F by mg. In the same way, in this diagram, this distance will be how much? R by 2. Tan theta is equal to R by 2 by y. The point is clear. So tan theta in terms of force, what we can write? F by mg. In terms of distance, what we can write? R by 2 by y. So what we will get here from this, F by mg is equal to R by 2y. Okay. This F value is force between these two, na? Force between that two will be how much? K, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. I am assuming it as K. K Q square by R square. F value, mg is there. This is equal to R by 2y. So bring this R. So what will happen? KQ square into mg into 2y is equal to R cube. This R square I brought to this 2y I brought to this side. So relation between y and R is y proportional to R cube. Now this y becomes y by 2. Now R becomes R dash. What is that R dash value they are asking? So we got the relation, na? Y proportional to R cube. So y1 by y2 is equal to r1 by r2 whole cube. So y1 value will be y, y2 value will be y by 2, r1 value is r, r2 value r dash whole cube, y will cancel. 2 is equal to r by r dash whole cube. 2 power 1 by 3 is equal to r by r dash. Then r dash is equal to r by 2 power 1 by 3. Means in other terms what we can write? R by cube root of 2. This is 1 by 3, na? We can write like this. So what is the answer for this means? This will be this one. First we find the relation between y and r. Using that relation we calculated, we got r dash is equal to r by root 3. Next, question number 16, you see the electric field in a certain region is acting radially outward, is given by E is equal to AR. A charge contained in the sphere of radius r A centered at the origin of the field is given by. So there is a sphere. There is a sphere like this. Okay. What they are asking? They are asking the charge value. The field coming in a certain region is E. This field is radially outward like this. So E value they given it as AR. Q value how much they are asking? Of radius A. So E value will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught formula Q by A square. A into R value they given it as A, then Q is equal to A. This term will comes to this side 4 pi epsilon naught A square into A, that will be A cube. What is the charge coming from this will be for charge in the surface will be 4 pi epsilon naught into A cube. That is the charge. Next, question number 17. What they are asking, see. An electric dipole is placed at an angle of 30 degrees with an electric field of intensity 2 into 10 power 5 Newton per Coulomb. It experiences a torque equal to 4 Newton meter. The charge on the dipole if the dipole length is 2 centimeters. Simple question only. Torque formula we know. PE sin theta. P value we know. Q into 2A into E into sin theta. Okay. Then substitute that values. Tau is equal. Tau value how much? 4. Tau value. Q they are asking. 2A value 2 centimeters means 2 into 10 power minus 2. Don't consider A as 2 centimeters. The distance between the length of the dipole always you have to take it as 2A. Remember that. Into E value 2 into 10 power 5 into sin 30. Okay. 2, 2, 4 will cancel. Here 1, here Q. 10 power minus 2, 10 power 5 means 10 cube. Okay. Into sin 30 value will be 1 by 2. From this Q is equal to 2 by 10 cube. 2 into 10 power minus 3. 2 millicoulomb. Answer for this will be 2 millicoulomb. Next, 18. What they are asking, see. Suppose charge of a proton and electron differ slightly. Means what will happen? Actually, charge of proton and electron will be same only. Here this is assumption. What they are asking? Charge of the proton and charge of the electron is slightly differ. Charge of one of them is minus E, means the charge of the electron is minus E. Then another charge will be how much? E plus delta E. Okay. Net electrostatic force and gravitational force between two hydrogen atoms placed at a distance d is how much? Mass of the hydrogen is so net electrostatic force is 0 means how much force is electrostatic force is there, same gravitational force is there between them. So then what will happen? What is the net charge between them if we calculate? Net charge is equal to minus E plus delta E. This value will be delta E. Then gravitational force is equal to electric force. Fe is equal to Fg. Fe value. Here 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Q here net charge will be delta E na. So delta E into delta E whole square by certain distance d. This is G. Both are hydrogen atoms only. So M1 M2 means M square by d square. D square will cancel. They are asking delta E value how much? This is 9 into 10 power 9 delta E whole square. This is 6.67 into 10 power minus 11. This is 1.67 into minus 27 whole square. Okay. Then delta E square will be delta E, if we write directly, square root of 6.67 into 10 power minus 11, 1.67 into 10 power minus 27 whole square divided by 9 into 10 power 9. Okay. If we calculate this one, finally this value is in the order of 10 power minus 37 coulomb. Calculation you do, don't hesitate to calculate. Calculations you do. Then delta E value will be equal to 10 power minus 37 coulombs. Clear? Next, after finishing of this, see the question number 19. What they are asking, see, an electron falls from the rest through a vertical distance h in a uniform electric an electron falls from rest through a distance h in a uniform and vertically upward directed electric field E. The direction of electric field is now reversed, keeping its magnitude the same. A proton is allowed to fall from rest in it through the same vertical distance h. The time of fall of the electron is compared to the time of fall of the proton. So, what is the question? See, here electric field is vertically upward. In this one, electron is falling down. It is some time of fall. Okay. Now, direction of the electric field is reversed. Direction of the electric field is reversed. Now, proton is falling. Proton. Then understand or write it as P for your understanding. Then for this proton, time of fall will be how much? Actually, time of fall h is equal to half at square. Okay. Then h is equal to half into eq by m into t square. Then t value will be square root of 2hm by eq. Here what will happen? Same distance, same field, just direction is reversed. Magnitude is not changed. Electron or proton are having the same charge. So E constant, Q constant, H constant. Then I am writing here T proportional to root m. So mass of the proton is greater than mass of the electron. So time of fall for the proton is time of fall for the electron. Here what they are asking in the question, time of fall of the electron, time of fall of the electron in comparison to time of fall of proton, it will be less only. It will be less. Time of fall of proton will be more. Time of fall of electron will be less compared to time of fall of proton. So smaller will be the answer. Clear? That is question number 19. We are coming to the end. Question number 20, you see, hollow metal sphere of radius capital R is uniformly charged. The electric field due to the sphere at a distance r from the center. Hollow metal sphere means conductor. Inside the conductor, what is that field? 0. So correct option will be 0 as r increases from r less than r up to the surface. If this is the r, when r is increasing up to capital R, what will happen? 0. And outside, what will happen? E proportional to 1 by r square. So decreases as r increases for r greater than r. Outside the sphere it is decreasing. Inside the sphere it is 0. So 20, it will be second option. Next. Question number 21, you see what they are asking. Two parallel infinite line of charges. Two parallel infinite line charges with linear charge densities +1 coulomb per meter and -1 coulomb per meter are placed at a distance 2r in free space. What is the electric field midway between the line of charges? So here one plate is there. Here one plate is there. Okay. It is having surface charge, linear charge density 1 coulomb per meter. It is having -1 coulomb per meter. In between them, here, what is the field? Here what will happen? See, this will create the field in this direction. This will create the field here in this direction. If we assume it is 1, 2. So same charge, same linear charge density, same distance, field will be same only. So what is the net field? E net is equal to E1 plus E2. These two are same, E plus E. That will be equal to 2E. 2 into 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught lambda by r formula. So what we will get? 2 will cancel here. So lambda by pi epsilon naught r, unit is Newton per coulomb. So this will be the answer for this. Okay, that is 21. See the 22, what they are asking. 2 point charges A and B having charges plus q and minus q respectively are placed at certain distance apart and force acting between them is F. If 25% of charge of capital A is transferred to B, then charge force between the two charges. Here one charge Q, one charge minus Q. What is the force between them? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q square by d square. Now what did, from this 25% of charge means q by 4 they removed, and they give to this minus q plus q by 4. Q by 4 here, how this is came? Q minus q by 4, 25% removed, so charge on this becomes 3q by 4. Here for this minus q is there already, q by 4 is given, so this value minus 3q by 4. Now the force becomes, so here distance is not changing, charge magnitudes are changing. So f dash is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 3q by 4 by d square 9 by 16 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q square by d square. So 9 by 16, this value is f. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q square by d square value is f. So it becomes 9f by 16. So answer for this is 9f by 16. Okay. Next. See the 23rd question. What they are asking. NEET 2020 question. This is also NEET 2020 question. See the 23rd question. In a certain region of space with volume 0.2 meter cube, the electric potential is found to be 5 volt. The magnitude of electric field in the region. So when volume is 0.2 meter cube, entire volume potential is 5 volt. Means that is equipotential surface. In equipotential surface there will be no field, so magnitude of the electric field will be equal to 0. Next, spherical conductor is there, radius 10 centimeter, charge is distributed at 15 centimeter. What is the field they are asking? So point is outside the field, E value will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square 9 into 10 power 9 3.2 into 10 power minus 7, and distance value will be r square. R value is 15 centimeter na? So 15 into 15 10 power minus 2 into 10 power minus 2 r square. Calculate this value. Finally we will get this value as 1.28 into 10 power 5 Newton per Coulomb. Okay. So in your presence, if the class is going on, I will do this calculation in the class. But now what will happen? Time waste process. You just do the calculation, you will get this answer. Okay. With this question, electric charges and fields are completed. Entire chapter. We'll start the second lesson. Electric potential and capacitance. Okay.